Hi, Sam Greenwood here, waiting to see if he's going to play with me today. Sitting at 25, 50, 100 on Poker King here. Played yesterday, playing today. Won a little yesterday, made some good hands, got a bunch of big pocket pair, won with them. So if you're watching the stream, if you want to join me, feel free to sit. We can have a little fun on this Sunday night for you. I don't know if you have to work Monday. It's Sunday morning for me, but you know, if you have to work or whatever, you can. It's only 8 p.m. Getting a little poker before the week starts. Yeah, so while we're waiting, I will once again remind viewers of the stream that WPT Korea is coming up in less than a month. The festival is from July 15th to July 24th. The main event is from July 17th to July 21st. The main event is a 3.4 million Korean won tournament, and with a prize pool of 2 billion Korean won. Now again, just as yesterday, early in the morning for me, but that is roughly a 3K US buy-in with a roughly 6 million guarantee, if I'm doing that right. So yeah, big guarantee. Big tournament. I mentioned it last time, and now I can actually check. Hopefully nobody can sit with me while I'm doing some looking up here. I believe that is the I'll look up what the biggest WPT in Asia ever was. And I should say that, yeah, while I'm doing this, the WPT in... I have been to Shinhwa World in Jeju to play Trident tournaments there in 2018 and 2019. Oh, hold on, I got a hand here. Gotta start playing. Alright, where is my mouse? Okay. Good start to the day here. I made 2 pair. Alright, now we're 3-handed. 4-handed. Alright. Now we're cooking here. Alright, we're going 3-bet here. The first hand. Or the first hand of non-heads up. We'll see what happens here. Alright, we're not quite free rolling here, but yeah. Alright, we chopped it up. Some pretty fun first couple of hands here. Alright. We got some action here. We got a 3-bet with 4-3 suited. So as I was saying before, I had to play some 2-pair on trips, pretty easy hands to play. WPT Korea. The festival is July 15th to July 24th. The main event is July 17th to July 21st. It will be taking place at Shinhua World in Jeju. You can book your hotels on the WPT website, worldpokertour.com. They have, good rates. It's a very nice hotel, nice restaurants, nice poker room, good food. I said nice restaurants and good food. I haven't had my breakfast this morning yet because I got straight up and did this, so I'm just hungry. Oh, a friend from yesterday, 6SN, is back in action. I don't know if he's a fan or if he thinks I'm a fish and wants to play with me. We'll see. So again, Poker King, it's hard doing this live and playing, but again, let's try. Let's see if I can do, I'm working on my broadcasting chops here and ability, so next time I get a fold, I'm going to try to give the big WPT global promotion for WPT Korea. One fell swoop, and won't keep repeating myself. Alright, I have a set here. I don't know what is going on. Good hands after good hands after good hands. Good hand again, or at least a hand that I can raise with. I'm going to make a tight check back here with an ace. Alright. Keep getting good hands. Gotta raise it up again. Of course, if you didn't watch the, I'm sure everyone watching the stream knows this, but I can just vaguely talk about my hands here, because people who are playing, if I were to say what I had, can figure it out. You see what my workouts are, but it's on delay. Yeah, I have queen, high here. I cannot call. See what we're up against. Jack 10 off and pocket queens. Yeah, so yeah, so yeah, with Queen Jack of Spades, they are obviously not that exciting to put a bunch of money in the pot with just a gut shot on the flop, but I have a gut shot, I have a backdoor flush draw, I have a little bit going on. And the hope was, what could I do? I make my hand or bluff somehow, but, you know, a good example is if, you know, if M3-0 folded the flop there, then on the 10 I can start representing a 10 or an ace or something like that, and I can do some bluffing myself. But was not the case there. Yeah, for those who were watching yesterday, at the end of the stream, I made a big fold. I folded a straight and got bluffed, and I folded a straight with a club on a board that well, a flush was possible. There were 3 clubs on board, and I had Queen 8 with the 8 of clubs on Ace Jack 10, 5, 9 with 3 clubs. And I got shown the ace of clubs and an 8. So I wasn't none too pleased about that. Should have. The thing was, I just didn't think the guy was in that hand was. I'm pretty sure I have a hand that's supposed to call in theory, but I decided to play exploitive poker and decided he wasn't bluffing. And then I got shown a bluff, so. Not my proudest, not the best hand I've ever played in my life. Alright, so I said I'd try to do it. Hopefully we'll get a big blind defend here so I can do it. Nice. WPT Korea, the festival, July 15th through July 24th. The main event, July 17th through July 21st. It is at Shinhwa World in Jeju. You can book your hotel on the World Poker Tour website. There will also be the return of the WPT Alpha 8 brand in a one-drop high roller. It will be, yeah, one drop, so it'll be a 100K US or 128K US high roller. It will be, yeah, at Shinhwa World, and the return of the Alpha 8 brand, all for the one drop charity, good cause, high stakes tournament, should be a lot of fun. I am planning on being there. So if you like this ad read so much that I've convinced you to go to WPT Korea, then, you know, and you see me there, you can say hi. I mean, if you hate this ad read and you go to WPT Korea, you can say hi to me. That's fine. Well, I had Ace King with the Ace of Hearts there, so just keep getting great hands. Except the time I had Queen Jack suited and lost. Well, I'm folding here, but I clicked the wrong button. There we go. So what do we got here? Again, I can't comment on the action besides general. Whoa, that's a big part type platitudes because they can hear me. And we got a pretty big pop blue in here. What do we got? Well, King 10, yeah, King 10 was set in the trap there. King 6 suited, aborted the operation wisely. You know, nice, good job from both of them, I guess. King Jack, King 10 recognized that King 6 suited had nothing, and King 6 suited learned his lesson and didn't keep firing. So, all in all, yeah, pretty reasonable from that. Ooh, got a tone race here, a little spicy. Don't believe that. So I had nothing. And so did maybe the guy who raised the tone. Let's see. Got a 3-bet part here, shaping up. All right. Let's see a flop here. Don't think I'm winning this one. No. Although that could have got a lot more expensive for me if, you know, like a 6 or 7 rolled off. It would be pretty tempting to bluff my hand. Yeah, probably not bluffing a 2, but yeah, 6 or 7 for sure. So I will say there is a live chat here on the YouTube. I'm not sure how many people are watching on YouTube right now, but if you are and you're in the live chat, please feel free to ask any questions. I'll be monitoring the chat, and yeah, I'll do my best to answer them. So yeah, that being said, I literally need to run away for 3 seconds and we'll be back. Sorry, I am back. I have out. And what do you do here? Check. Can't do anything with my hand there. All right. So I will say, I don't know how many people have are following the World Series of Poker, but in the World Series of Poker 250K there was a hand, pretty unusual hand, something I have not seen done in quite some time. But so for those who've been paying attention to kind of super high rollers but live tournaments in general, it's become pretty common for players to instead of going all in, they leave a small amount of chips behind on the river, and the idea then is if they are bluffing, then they can save themselves, you know, a couple of chips, and that those small amount of chips they save, they can then like preserve their tournament life. They can try to spin it up, and it helps them quite a bit. Oh, we got a check raise. Yeah, okay. I'll actually look at the action here, but my instinct is that was a reasonable check raise bluff from King Jack, and of course he just kind of ran into it there. I don't think we're getting so what do we got here? 9-10 suited raises, King Jack off calls in the straddle. Yeah, check back call, check turn with 9-10, and yeah, bet raise call. Yeah, it seems reasonable all around. The only thing I will say is I'm not actually sure how much the because if you have King Jack and you're like the pre-flop raise is betting King 10 most of the time almost all the time on the turn. So what you're actually trying to get to fold is a hand like Ace King, which blocks your King 10 and might call. But it's a reasonable check raise, and of course 9-10 absolutely cannot fold. If anything, 9-10 probably should have considered going all in. Alright, and then that looked like another pretty big pot here, so I can, now that I after yesterday, I can go through these hand histories a little quickly. So we got, so I guess sevens raises, ace queen off, 3 bets, ace queen off bets the flop in the turn, and it's called. Yeah, I mean, if I'm looking at this correctly, I think ace queen needs to bluff the river with the ace of clubs and king queen getting there as well. And yeah, and seven, I will say sevens makes a fine turn call, but it's a little dicey. I don't mean it's not bad. I'm just saying it's right on the cusp of being, you know. Oh, so the hand that happened yesterday was Dan Smith bluffed value at the river with a pair of queens, and did the thing we talked about where he left a little bit behind, and Chance Corneth. No, let's go Abbott Hunt here. I made a tight pre-flop fold. Good job. I wouldn't have flopped anything. And Chance Corneth put them all in with just 5 high. Just, he thought Dan was bluffing, and he goes, well, if Dan's bluffing, Dan's going to fold. So, yeah, he just stuck it in with 5 high. And Chance was wrong. Dan had a pretty thin value bet that he still just called off with anyways, because he was getting, you know, like 50 to 1 or whatever. But the only other time there are a couple other people who've done it. I know Scott, I don't know if anyone's ever done it and been right. Alright, man, I gotta make another tight fold here with this big 3 bet. If he made it like 600 or something, I could probably call and have my stack. Now I gotta rabbit hunt and see if I made a good fold. Good fold. I know Scott Zevo did it. Was McLean Carl way back in the day, and I think EPT London, and it did not work. I'm sure other people have done it, but I don't know if anyone's done it when it's worked. But you know, that's got to be one of the. I mean, the also the famous version of that type of hand. First, I need to go all in. No. I think the famous version of that hand is it's in a live cash game. Somebody somebody notices that their opponent sorry. In a live cash game, somebody notices that they're playing with somebody who, when they bluff on the river, they muck instead of they don't table their bluffs, they just muck. So then what the guy does is you know, this is a story, one of these poker stories that's been like attributed to 1 million people in 1 million different times, and so the story goes, you know, when the guy bluffs, he just mucks his hand instead of tabling his bluff. So then the guy calls with, you know, 5 high in the river, and the guy mucks, and he wins. But yeah, I don't know if we've ever gotten. We've seen people try to make the move in the super high rollers where they shove nothing, thinking the other guy's bluffing, and you know they have the chance to get him to fold. But I don't know if it's actually ever. I don't know if anyone's actually gone through and worked. Now, one thing you could say is Chance is currently the chip leader at the final table of the 250K. So, in a larger sense, definitely his play, you know, worked. It all led. Well, I guess we'll see how today shakes out for him. But yeah, in that sort of like larger cosmic sense, it has worked out for him. That's far. Yeah, and then I'm trying to think the other kind of like famous play like that is, or at least famous to me, is way back when, like back when, man, these guys keep 3-betting me, and I keep having to fold hands I don't want to fold. All right, let's rabbit hunt again, see if I would have done it. You know, pretty close to 5. Pretty nice flop for 5-6 suited. Obviously not those nines, but you know. Oh yeah, so the hand is that back in the day on Full Tilt Poker, so there's probably people I mean there's certainly people watching this stream who don't know what Full Tilt Poker is, don't know, you know, didn't play on it, didn't whatever, but they play high stakes limit hold'em heads up. I mean that was also, you know, to give you an idea, that they that's on high stakes, people played high stakes heads up limit hold'em on the internet, to give you an idea of how long ago that was. And there was a hand where the board ran out like you know, 5 5 6 6 7 or something like that. So it double paired and pocket threes bluffed the river and got called by pocket fours. Now at the time the kind of legend of the hand was, oh, this is such a sick call, he put him on pocket threes and called. But I think the player who was involved in the hand later said that what happened was he'd misread the board. He thought he just did a pair of fours and it was limit hold'em, and he just clicked call without thinking about it. And then then he saw that he was the good news and that he called with like second nut low and had won. So, you know, kind of interesting, kind of a fun hand, a legendary hand. I forget who the other player was in the hand. One of the players was Texas Limit King, was his screen name. I don't know who it was in real life. Damn, keep getting good hands. Alright, well, good hand. Time to go all in. Ooh, better hand. We can chalk this up. There we go. I keep getting good hands and people keep folding. It's been kind of a common theme of these streams. So. Oof. And he just checks back the nut low versus aces. Nice check. since we were talking about doing this play, there's no purpose to it in the cash game, but just for fun, leave myself a little vacuum. Alright, let's go. Jacks, acceptable. Oof. No insurance. See, they put out the, he had the Jack of Spades in the note, so they put out the King of Spades to scale me into getting insurance. Ah, that's funny. So the insurance, it counts for card removal of other people's cards? I guess that makes sense. I had heard rumors on apps and sites that offer insurance that there was some underhanded things going on regarding like whole card cheering and stuff like that. I thought I had an okay hand here, but I guess I don't. Oh, good all in. Oof, I was in big time trouble here. I had 10-3 of diamonds, no good. Yeah, so I looked up that hand, and I believe it was the other player was Eastside Slim, who I think was never win. Dustin Wolf, and I forget who Texas Lemon King was. But I mean, it's funny. I'm looking at an old 2+2 thread that discusses the thread from. I think this hand took place in 2007, which was, crazy. Like, I just mean crazy in terms of how long, these are now like legends that people haven't lived through or forgot about or whatever. Got some fresh blood in here. Who do we got? If people want to see me sort of intently peer into the screen, so you can get a real close up of my paws while I try to look at this guy's avatar, but I don't even know what it is. So, yeah, so we're gonna play, trying to figure out, what do we got here? It looks like a Shiba Inu sort of type dog with sunglasses and a beard. And then there's some sort of handle there, so I guess it's some sort of TikTok dog. Let's see if I can, I'll dig to the bottom of this, see if it does anything. Again, as with any of these things, there exists some sort of chance that this is like this incredibly popular TikTok dog or whatever that only I don't know about. And now I'm wasting everyone's time playing the game, trying to get to the bottom of it. So I was talking about WPT Korea and in the process, which again is July 17th to 21st is the main event. July 15th to 24th is the festival in Jeju at Shinhwa World. I have been there. There was a good chance I am attending this one. But the last time there was a no. I'm trying to see even the last time there was a WPT in Asia. It would have been before COVID. What are we talking? You know, it is nice that the World Poker Tour is starting to kind of live up to its name a little more. Cause there's a period there where the World Poker Tour was exclusively in, you know, small towns in the U.S. and nowhere else. So it appears by my haphazard looking through Hand and Mob, the last WPT in Asia was the WPT Beijing in April 2017 that had 400 entries for the main event. So I would assume the guarantee for this one is already bigger. The guarantee so if they hit the guarantee, it will be bigger than that. And yeah, so I think there's a good chance that this will be the biggest WPT ever in Asia. So I would highly recommend you show up if you like poker, if you like live poker, if you like poker tournaments. I'm sure there will be, you know, cash game tables and cash game action running. During the Tritons there was cash games running. So yeah, this I cannot even defend this hand. Too bad. And we'll grab it hunt just to make sure. Oh no. Oh. Could have played a big one there for sure. So all of this is to say, by the way, I'm getting to the point where I feel quite confident. I feel I can confidently say this. Yes. Okay, so actually here we go. Funnily enough, just when I thought that me digging through the Hendon mob of looking through all WPTs was going to prove completely just a waste of everyone's time, I do see that in 2013 there was a World Poker Tour in Jeju that had 3,000 US main event, December 2013, and it had 137 entries. So that being said, now I feel if somebody is listening and wants to correct me, I will change my attitude about it, or if they can prove it to me, they can prove it to me. But as for now, I feel quite confident in saying that WPT Korea, July 15th to 24th at Shinhwa World, will be the biggest WPT in Asia. You will have if the main event hits the guarantee, it will be the biggest in Asia. And if it doesn't hit the guarantee, there's Overland. It's a great tournament. And then again, as I said, they bring back the Alpha 8 brand, a one-drop event for charity, giving clean drinking water to people in Africa, to towns, great charity, great cause, great poker game. So all of this, good stuff. So I would suggest you be there. And again, if you want to attend, go to the WPT Global. So go to the World Poker Tour website. You can book your hotels there. They have special rates for the players. And I'll also say, it's a great resort. It's affordable. It's also not, if you're playing the poker there, you're going to want to stay on property. You're going to want to be close to the poker room. You don't want to have to, cab or drive back and forth every day. Oof, 2 big hands. That could have been there's a world where that's a much larger pot, but not this one. Let's see here. I have top set. Nobody wants to play. Why? Where would the pocket 8's that hand? So we have this hand here. So that could have been a lot bigger pot, but Ace-10 did a nice job of. If Ace-10 check raises the flop or anything like that, could have got a lot bigger, a lot pretty quickly. Oh, all in call. Ace Queen, Ace King. I was going to make a comment about this Ace King guy, that he's been aggressive pre-flop and 3-betting a bunch, but he also seems to have it a lot. So, as people watching the stream know, it is possible, because certainly people watching the stream yesterday. It is possible to get kings and aces a bunch in like a 200 hand sample or whatever. Alright, time to gamble. Well, not gamble, I mean call all in with a good hand. Yep. Slightly less good hand after that flop. Let's put a diamond out there. Not going to say which rank. Yeah. Alright. So after talking that big game about the, leaving money behind to spin up, here's my chance to do it. And let's see. I'm going to scroll down here. No, not what I wanted to say. Is there any more? Maybe if I hit. I gotta say, this is definitely my least favorite part of streaming. This stuff where you're gonna watch me look like a doddering old man who doesn't know how to use technology, just like clicking away, being like, what do I do here? But I can do this. I can, how do I send the, I mean, I remembered from yesterday. Oh, right. Shit, I hit the emojis. So I'll hit the card. Can't call it. Okay, let's see. Would I have doubled up? Middle pair, pretty good. Alright, let's do it. All in. Ooh, 3 ways. Okay, and I triple up. Good job. Oh, easy. 2s and 5s. Perfect. Couldn't have asked for, I mean, if I wanted to get extremely greedy, could have asked for like Jack 10 suited or something, but like double Jack 10 suited, but 2s and 5s is pretty good. They were being up against 2 pairs. I just need to make, I just need to make a pair. Oh, I forgot to do this, but it said, so I have 1 draw, so I don't know, can I do this here? How do I do it? Do I need to, again, why do I keep doing the thing that makes me look like an idiot? It is funny, every time I get the notifications in Chinese, I'm just like clicking as if I know what they're saying. I'm like, I hope this doesn't, like cause me to go all in or make me sit out or anything like that. So here it says I can draw at the end of the session. That might just be the easy thing to do. two big hands there, flush and trips. And again, not, like, you know, pretty big pop, but not gigantic. I'm going to take a look at this once I play this hand myself. Maybe got a little greedy here. Yeah. Alright, could have lost a lot more. Well, not a lot more, but some more. Again, I keep having to fold these kind of dicey hands. Oof. That's a good flop. Okay, so we'll see this trips versus flush hand from a little bit ago. So Jack 8 suited raise on the button, Ace 4 suited, or Ace 5 suited calls, check, 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 Ace 5 suited bets, and then he check calling over there with trips. Pretty yeah, nice little play. Could have lost more. We got another. No, I guess this guy's just bluffing with nothing. But you know, had a nice potential there for a pot to shape up. Once again, I will say that yeah, they all. I don't have access. I know the Chinese language stream does not have chat, or I don't have access to it, but if you are an English speaker or bilingual, this is streaming on YouTube, and if you have any questions, I am watching, I am paying attention to the chat, but not a lot of comments there. And I'll also say that if you're watching the stream, we do have an open seat. So if you want to give it a shot, you know, if you want to play with me and the gang here, go nuts. You know, you just need, what, 5,000 RMB to do it. So not the craziest. No. Hey, maybe somebody was listening, or maybe someone just coincidentally sat down. Who's to say? I missed a big draw here. I just needed 6-4 suited to bet the flop. With his gut shot, then I go all in with 9 high. Well, I guess Jack 9 suited would have called. Yeah. But I don't think. I think I would have needed to have done 4-6. You had 4-6 suited to do something a little crazy to get Jack 9 suited out of the hand for me to win it. No. Well, once again, I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep shaming, you know, viewers of the stream. If you want to, yeah, if you want to watch, go ahead. You can watch. Or sorry, if you want to play, viewers of the stream, you are watching the stream. But if you want to play, you can play. Empty seat. Go nuts. Ooh. Got a bit of a spicy hand here. See how it shakes out. Okay, well, I got to rabbit hunt again because folded. 5-4 suited, good hand. But 5-4 suited is a good hand, but not a great hand with 3 people left to act, and when you're 5 high, you kind of would just rather have a hand that could win a showdown unimproved, which, you know, talking about that whole 4-4, 3-3 hand where they both got counterfeited earlier. That's a, yeah. Talking about that whole 4-4, 3-3 hand earlier, you know. That's a, it's hard to do to win with 5 high. You need to be up against some pretty specifically bad hands. All right. No, not happy with that raising from Catman over here. That made me fold Jack 10. Something I don't want to do. I gotta say the other bit of poker news that it's happened a couple times before, but not this exact one, but there's a couple I can think of. Jason Kuhn's wife went into labor. He's expecting a second child, and it happened overnight. It happened, so he played day 1 of the 250K. His wife went into labor, and then before day 2, he had just over starting stack, and the WSOP agreed to let him get a refund of his money, and his chips will go out of play, which was a nice thing for them to do. Obviously, all the you know, even if I'm all in, I have an ace. But I was going to say, even if you even selfishly, all the players in the tournament, you know, you get a top player is out of the tournament. He had a stack at the time that was definitely worth more than 250K because he had more than 250K chips, and and people had been knocked out of the tournament, so there's like some ICM additional money added to him because he's closer to the money than you would be at the start of the tournament. So, oh no, come on, I gotta walk with pocket queens. Yeah, there are a couple other scenarios like that I can think of. Seth Davies, I wasn't playing this tournament, but Seth Davies, I remember, had his appendix burst in the middle of a aria high roller, and the players voted and agreed to let him get his money back. There was a Trident tournament where in Sochi, where right before COVID, where a player was doubled up early on in the tournament and was sick, and they agreed to let him take his chips out of the prize pool for ICM value. So it has happened a couple of times, but it's always kind of an interesting scenario. Fortunately for Jason, this was a pretty easy one. It would have been interesting to see, because he had more than starting stack, and so he's forfeiting EV, so it's fine. I don't know what would have happened if he had half starting stack. Would they have made him play? Would they have refunded him? I see, like proportional chip value, ICM chip value. There's a lot of kind of, tricks to it, one way or the other. Oh, that was my bluff raise there with ace-6 off. Going to show the ace to make it look like a trap, and then in like 3 minutes or whatever, they will see that that's not what was going on. Alright. I'm gonna do this move I haven't done in a while. And just the taxi. And what do we got here? Again, all with the risk. Yeah. Whenever I'm looking at these avatars here, I recognize the possibility there's some sort of chance of missing some sort of intro. Oh, I see. We get so this is he's my flaky friend now, because we're friends, but we don't know each other that well. We've only been playing the past couple of days, and we got the first meet badge, passerby. Got it. First meet. So I don't know that's a bit of I don't know what the exact full hierarchy is here, but it's kind of a clever bit of social network building on the poker side from the Poker King guys. But the one thing okay, so he's a flaky friend. That makes sense. So like what? Well, to also got to say the perspective of these titles, because I'm the flaky friend. This is my first time with Poker King. I don't know about the 6 SN guy, but he seems like he's around here all the time. Yeah, he's played 27,000 hands. This guy's only played, this passerby, he's only played 900 hands. Yeah, so he's a newcomer like myself. 5,000 hands here. Okay. Ooh, we get a limp raise here. I gotta say, the amount of times I've needed to fold oh no. The amount of times I need to fold good suited hands today is pretty disheartening. And here, 6-5 suited would have taken it. Oh, and we lose a friend. No, what was he? He was not a friend. He was a passerby. Condolences to the passerby. Oh man, I'm sorry that I'm yawning. You know what's funny is it's not even that. Like it's 9:30 in the morning for me, and I'm acting like I'm up at like 5 in the morning here, and I'm like, oh, I can't function. It's 9:30. Normal people are at their jobs. Well, except it's a Sunday, but you know what I mean. There are like people I know who have probably today in Toronto, in the city I live in, have like played a full round of golf already, and I am sitting here in my hoodie and sweatpants, and I'm like, oh man, you know, this is like working in a coal mine. This is brutal. You guys keep raising. Keep having hands that I can check or go all in with, or something fun, and just blinding off here. Alright, let's do it. Very bad hand here, can't call. Again, very bad hand. Can't call. I mean, yeah. Alright, this time, hand that is good enough to go all in with. Not a very bad hand. That's all I'll say. Alright, let's do it. No. Oh yeah. Alright, so once again, we I must remind viewers of the stream to that on July 15th to July 24th at Shinwa World in Jeju, there will be WPT Korea. I have been to Jeju twice for tridents, and you know, I haven't been back since 2019, but I've had some of my more notable poker memory there. Well, first we'll see this hand, because this could be a bit of fun. We have a limp raise pre, we have part to play, a little over part to play, but there's a decent chance we see stacks get in here, so. No. Well, one guy is probably getting the stacks, and the other guy could not. So one of them is not that exciting. I mean, one of them was in the main event in Jeju well, I mean, so the first time I went, I think I cashed one tournament, and at the time I was not playing short deck. So that's when they had a bunch of big short deck tournaments there, but I did not know how to play short deck at the time. So I just remember I would, you know, on the days off or busting no limit tourneys or whatever, I'd go back to my room, and they had the Trident stream on the TVs in the room. Oh. Do we just get a hit and run here? Sure looks like it. So yeah, if you're watching, three-handed now, come on, we can fill up. What do we get here? How big a pot did he win here? Not that big, but yeah, he's alive. So, yeah, so what had happened was well, now we're playing 25-50 effectively, yeah, because, oh, I didn't know. Alright. Not good. Maybe my all-in will be called this time. I don't even know if I want it to be called. Who's to say? So yeah, so yeah, I didn't know how to play short deck, so I'd watch the short deck streams in my room. They broadcast the streams in the hotel room, and I was having not a great trip until, I mean, I'm curious how long this festival was. Yeah, but first, I gotta go all in. I think when you make the big opens, I see. Oh, I really did not think I was getting called. Oh, sorry, I really thought I was getting called. Yeah, so the short deck tourneys separate from the no limit tourneys, obviously. And it was, oh, so yeah, I was having a bad trip, but then I cashed the big. The two notable things for me that trip were, one, they had a $1 million cash game, so it was 1 billion Korean won buy-in, 3,006 million blinds. So extremely high stakes game. It was a big TV cash game. That TV cash game, I think the most notable hand in it until recently was that Tom Dwan got all in pre-flop with ace king off. Oh, sorry, ace queen off was Paul Farr's aces. And it was, I think, the biggest. It actually still. I don't know if it still is, but it definitely was the biggest part played on TV, on live stream. And again, these guys keep folding when they have fucking nuts. Or second nuts here, but keep folding when they have great hands. I don't like it. Yeah, so that I think was Paul straddled in this giant cash game and just had aces in the straddle, and Tom had ace queen off, and they got it all improved. Alright, what am I up against here? Me? Ace jack? Alright, I got some help here. Oh, that's a lot of outs. There we go. And yeah, a funny thing about that cash game is I had a hand where I ran a big bluff in a like 4 or 5 way pot. That in hindsight is really, I don't like the bluff. I think it was a bad bluff. I don't think I have the right cards. I think it's a spot where I need to be bluffing quite irregularly. But now when you Google me, or search on YouTube or whatever, it's felt like you search Sam Greenwood bluff. It's one of the first hands that shows up every single time. Yeah, so yeah, it's from 2018, and it's just funny because like it's, let's see, actually I can actually look it up. First I have to play this hand. Yeah, it's just kind of funny in terms of like that they're like, oh wow, what a bluff, and now I look back at the hand 4 or 5 years later and I go, man, this is a really bad bluff by me. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm glad it worked, but stupid hand, stupid bluff. What are you doing? Good fold. Yeah, so when you shove there, you're hoping, I don't know, get called by a 9, ace king. Ooh, got a new player, and he bought him deep. A 9, ace king, ace 10. Like the bluffs I'm supposed to have there are just kind of like miss flush draws, miss low straight draws, basically anything worse. I can probably bluff anything worse than ace high there, so, you know. So yeah, that was the one funny kind of hand from Trident. The other ones were I made the final table of the main event, No Limit main event, which at the time was a 2 million Hong Kong tourney, so really high buy-in, and I 3-bet ace king and bet shoved on like queen 10 whatever. On the board I had the nuts, so it was like queen 10 jack whatever, and Sergio Ido folded queen jack to me, which is an insane fold, like a crazy fold, and he was right, so credit to him. But then the funny thing is, after making the sick fold, it was like I just remember that final table, we got to the money pretty quickly, despite it being a pretty big min cash. It's like a more than a 3 buy-in min cash, so pretty big min cash, and we got into the money quickly, and then we just played 6-handed forever, and the chips kept ping-ponging around, bouncing back and forth. The short stacks kept winning all ends. Sergio Ido should have been out of the tournament because I hit ace king, and oh no, maybe he covered me in that hand, but he came 6th anyways, which is kind of like sick for him that he gets just completely cooled in like a really sick spot, makes a huge fold, is right, and then money wise gets rewarded nothing for it. So yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. And then the other thing about that final table that I remember is Nikita just had a massive, he had bottom set and I had top 2. He had bottom set and I had top 2, and he just cooled me for like a really big pot, and then Nikita won the tournament. So that was not my, I gotta say, not my, that tournament. Oh, you know, the couple other, another funny story from that tournament is I busted my brother Luke from that tournament near the money, and then people online were like, you know what? All in and call. Oh, not what I wanted to see at all. Alright. There we go. Now do I have the option for insurance here? So let me actually see. I want to see the ace. Yeah, okay, so he only has 110, so they count the folded cards. Alright, no insurance. Let's go. No. Alright, I'm back. Fold. Yeah, so I busted Luke in that tournament, and then there were people, I mean, it's, with the exception of all you wonderful people watching the stream, obviously you can't give too much credence to kind of too much thought into what random people online were saying, but there were random people being like, oh, Luke was chip dumping to me, and it's like, yeah, why would he if we were chip dumping, you want to keep both people in the tournament. You don't want to chip dump or one person gets knocked out of the tournament. That's not what how you want to do it. So I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, I mean, I just remember that final table being very frustrating because it was a really high stakes final table, and the two like notable hands were I made a really good hand for somebody else's really good hand, and they folded, and then somebody else made a really good hand for my really good hand, and I could not fold. So yeah, not my, kind of a bummer. But, I mean, I'm still complaining about a tournament that now happened 5 years ago? When was it? Yeah, it was July 2018. So yeah, quite some time ago. And then yeah, the next Jeju, again I came second in the 500k no limit to Michael Toiser, who won. But you know, that was a nice big tourney. A lot of people played. Yeah, so it was a 500k Hong Kong. So, and I cashed for. Alright, Pure Queen's good? Yes. Alright. Yeah, so it was a 500k Hong Kong. And I came second for 800k or 8 million Hong Kong. So you know, pretty nice cashing for 16 buy-ins there. And yeah, so all of that to say, I told my Jeju poker stories. The most going deep into super high roller is something that I've been fortunate enough to do several times. The thing I have not been able to do all that often, that I'm grateful for, that I came getting to play that big $1 million cash game on TV. I ended up losing small, so you know, it wasn't the most certainly was not the most you know, I guess again in hindsight it's like, well, I would have rather not played, but it was very fun to play that game. Very high stakes, very fun game. Got to have a front row seat to like some of the more memorable big cash game hands on stream. So that was definitely my kind of number one Jeju poker memory. And you know, if you'd like, again, what did we say? The biggest WPT in Asia, July 17th through July 21st, the main event, July 15th, July 24th, in the festival, and you have the opportunity to have perhaps one of your biggest poker memories there, just as I did. And again, people keep folding when they have good hands here. And again, I'll also repeat that if you do go, you can book your hotels through the WPT website, and you can see all other information there about how to play. I'm sure they have. Yeah. All right. Now we have to play some real poker here. I gotta lock back in because I was playing all in the default for so long there. All right. So I gotta say, I think generally on Poker King, the people I'm playing with, the emoji or the avatar game is strong. We got the cat here doing karate. We got, you know, the assassin's fist. We got a lot of different things here, and I'm generally a fan of all of them. Pocket queens. People just keep folding to me. Maybe I should just start bluffing like crazy. Yeah, this what I was. I'm drinking. You know, just like extra. I'll try to convince people I'm drinking like extra strong cold brew or something like that. Just you know. Just playing crazy because I'm all amped up on caffeine. Maybe that'll get a little more action flowing. Alright, he wins. Kind of tempted to do something a little crazy. Well, not crazy. The thing is, I'm not used to playing no ante, no limit. So all I know is with no ante, no limit, there's a lot less. I mean, you know, people have been talking about this. Rob Young has talked about this a bunch, and I agree with him that if you want to increase the action in a poker game, straddling is not the best way to do it. The actual best way to do it is putting an ante in play. Straddling, the issue with playing straddle poker is the small blind has to play quite tight because they're going to be out of position with 2-3 players a lot. And yeah, it just doesn't encourage that much action compared to putting a I mean, yeah, it just doesn't encourage that much action compared to putting a antes in play. And selfishly, I would say, you know, ante poker is something I'm a lot more familiar with. I like it for that reason. Yeah, so that's kind of my 2 cents on the matter. Well, I said everyone keeps folding, so I tried to do some bluffing, you know, just for the stream, just so everyone could see it. Didn't work. Very much did not work. When I'm betting the turn there, I'm kind of hoping just to get him off, you know, like a king, queen, ace high, something like that. And then there is also some chance where like might call the turn again with Jack 10, 9, 10, something like that, and then that's pretty good for me because I'm, you know, folding out hands that beat me but getting called by hands I beat. So if you can ever find spots to do that, it's pretty nice, obviously. Yeah, good way to make money in poker is if you can find bets that fold out better hands and get called by worse hands. Been doing something quite stupid. I have a Swiss Army knife that I got as a gift that and usually when I play poker I like, especially, you know, I'm used to chips when playing live, so I like fiddling around with things in my hand, but I decided, you know, a knife is probably it's not that sharp, but, you know, I don't want to be just playing around with a knife. Might need to cut this stream short and go to the hospital. So no more fiddling with my hands today. Yeah, I don't think anybody would want to see that. And most of all me, I would not want to cut myself. Okay, we have a pretty big pop brewing here. 2 flush draws on board. A lot of straight draws. Alright, this time I did not have a good hand. Well, I probably had the best hand, or close to it, but no. Oh, man. I should say in WPT Korea, Jeju, they are bringing back the Alpha 8 brand for the 100K. I've never played an Alpha 8. They're mostly have been in the US or before I started playing high rollers. So exciting for me that I'll get to play one. And let's see if we have it all in here. Shall we? So the but the other thing is, so it is going to be a one drop Alpha 8, the one drop charity started by Gila Lebouté, great tournament, or great charity. They've run a bunch of great poker tournaments, but I don't know, in case people missed this announcement, the WPT is also running Alpha 8 one drops in Vegas this summer. They're going to run in 100K at the Win. And then I think the other one that has been announced, but not 100% official yet. But no, I think it is. Well, I should make sure that I'm not yeah, here we go. There we go. So, yeah, okay, this has been announced in May that in Vegas there will be another $1 million one drop. So, yeah, you know, there was one in 2012, the first one won by Antonio, the next one won by Dan Coleman. Then in 2016 there was the amateur only one that was won by Elton Sang in Monaco. And then Justin Bonham won the last one in Las Vegas. So again, there'll be another $1 million buy-in in Vegas. I will not be playing it. I can't. Or it's too difficult with Canadian taxes, but should be a fun tournament, and it's nice to see the WPT partner with One Drop, which has been such a been so good to poker, created so many good tournaments, and nice to see that both the WPT is both kind of bringing back the Alpha 8 brand and bringing back One Drop. I received a like. I have nothing. Alright. Yeah, and the other thing I will say, looking at the schedule for WPT Korea, they do have satellites to the Alpha 8 One Drop, so if you don't want to play 100k, then maybe you can play a 10k before the 10k or 12k, then that could be the option for you, because you play the satellite on July 22nd, you play the tournament on July 23rd, it's a 2-day tournament, you win it on July 24th, bam, there you go, just turn 10k into over $1 million in 3 days. I mean, I do remember Party Poker ran on 100k online, and Charlie Goodwin was her name, and she satellited in. She played from the very first hand. She didn't max late reg, which is what a lot of satellite winners did for those things. You know, she battled with the pros, and I think she came maybe 4th, but she put up a nice cash, and it was, it was a very impressive performance from someone who had never played anywhere close to those stakes before. So let's see here. I need to get somebody who can look stuff up for me, as it happens, so I can focus on playing. Yeah, there we go. So she turned a $109 satellite online, I guess, $109 satellite into a 1K, into a 10K, into a 100K, into a 650K, which is pretty sick. Must say. Okay, so I will say, have we figured out the still a first meet? So my guess is first meet becomes into flaky friend at 200 hands. Yeah. And so passive, and passive I probably turns into what I would at 100 hands. But this guy here is like 35,000 hands. I guess I could have, you know, it didn't cross my mind that I could have been looking at these VP. I assume these HUD stats here are not, are they for this, I don't know if they're for the session or overall, but, you know, we can see some pretty, gain some information here for sure. Like, this guy here is deep and has a 26% VPIP and 20% PFR, which are very kind of pro-like stats. So I would imagine he's some sort of pro. I mean, this guy just folded out a turn, so that tells me some stuff about him. Cannot call. My turn call there with sixes is a little speculative, but I think he can just have. I obviously have 6 outs, or I, you know, that 2 set outs, which are extremely high EV outs, but yeah, I think he can just have like random ace high, random hands that stabbed once we check twice, you know. Straddle and a post. Alright. Okay, I am. Sorry guys. So, I will say, yeah, I get this wrong, but it is, I forgot to mention this in the whole Jason Kuhn thing with his wife going to labor, but also it appears as if the kid is going to be born on Father's Day, which is not, not like one of the holidays that falls on the same day every year. It's just every, whatever, with the third Sunday in June, but what are the odds? Crazy that his new child will be born on Father's Day. And I will say, I don't know, Father's Day seems mostly like a Western thing. I don't think it's much of a Asian thing. I could be wrong. And yeah, so I hope if it is a thing here that if you are a dad and if you are watching this stream that you had your Father's Day, that watching me play poker is a nice conclusion to your Father's Day if you're in Asia. Yeah, so no, but I do, I don't know. It is tough because I don't, getting a little into the weeds here, but I'm not getting any feedback here, so I hope you're enjoying the stream. I hope you, and again, if you can, again, if you're an English speaker, you can find the stream on YouTube, you can comment, ask me anything you'd like, and I'll answer it more or less. So, this is an opportunity. There are 90 minutes left. So, really go for it. Ooh, big part here. Oh man, King Queen just went for it. So did he go for it? Or did he just call down King High? I think he bluffed. I assume he bluffed, but so what happened? Yeah, check. Yeah, okay. So, yeah. So sevens bets the turn. Gets raised by King Queen who calls and then bet the. I gotta say also sevens. Yeah, if I was sevens, I'd probably just stick it in for the rest of the river too. He could have Jack 10 or 5-6 or maybe just even a B or 8. You only leads to, I guess, 8-7 suited, or 8-7, 8-9, 9s, 8s. Yeah, I'd probably go for it. Alright, raise it up. No. Yeah, so on the flop there with King Jack high, I can do whatever I want. I'm not auto c-betting there because I do have a lot of unpaired hands that just want to check it down, try to show down. And then on the turn, the ace is a good card for me, but once he bets, I'm happy to skedaddle. I'm happy to fold and get out of there. Yeah, so I will say it is a kind of an interesting live poker time because you do have the World Series coming up, and then after the World Series, of course, you have WPT Korea, and then after that you have Triton London, and then after that you have EPT Barcelona. So that's a pretty packed little schedule. But then the fall has not fully filled out yet. So you will have EPT Prague, as you always do. You will have the big Vegas tournaments, 5 Diamond, the $1 million one drop, but for me those are not things I can play. Yeah, so you'll have a lot of options. And hold on, I gotta find out how to play this hand. Alright, here we go. Now I have a bluff that went through. Although he did fold pretty quickly, so maybe I just hit the best hand. He could have had like ace-5 suited or something. Yeah, when the queen and the king come off and I have ace-jack there, I can't make too crazy a bluff because he could still have a flush. Or, you know, he could have himself kind of made a pair or something, like made a pair of queens or pair of kings, or he's still capable of calling with, you know, pocket eights or something like that. No reason he can't. And so yeah, I want to bet the size that I would sort of bet with ace king there. Oh, but yeah, I was going to say there's Poker Dream in Vietnam and Hoi An. But the thing I will say is, yeah, there's a bit of a hole there, you know, in the fall and the winter for international poker in Asia and in Europe. So we'll see if it gets filled up. Because right now it looks like there are a lot of places that are trying to, you know, run tournament. There were big tournaments in Malaysia, in Taipei, in Vietnam, in Korea. You know, so London, you know, Europe, so it will be interesting to see what happens. Alright, we got a pretty big pop brewing here, but let's see how it shakes out. Kind of yeah, I was going to say, to run out they can kill some action and just lead to a chop a bunch, yeah, so. Ooh, 7. I guess ace-6 suited, or ace-queen 3 bet. Let's see. First I gotta play my hand. No, I gotta walk with 7s. Oh wow, so 7-7 just, oh no, so yeah. Yeah, so ace queen raises, ace 6 suited 3-bet, 7s folds, and then yeah, the money goes in post. Got it. Right, I'll give you, as I always do, when I don't know the players, I'm rooting for the short stack here to stay in, so hopefully he has a decent hand here. Nah, he's in a lot of trouble. Oh, well, he has outs now, which he didn't have before, so, you know. The queen is the, I mean, I get the 8 at the better turn, but, you know, queen is second. Well, I guess if a king won't help him with the straight, I guess a lot of those straight cards are basically the same, like a queen. Anything that gives him an open ender that he needs a king of the same as, the queen of the same as the 7. Can't call a 3-bet, too bad a hand. Alright, for people who recall from yesterday, it appears my dog is requesting presents in the room. So, she's here now. No, she's not even on camera yet, but you can see the top for that. She's camera shy, what can I say? Alright, let's hope I win here. No queen. No. But the first time I've lost with a big pair this on both days of streaming. Oof. That was kind of a spicy hand. Big call, big bluff. Let's see, once I'm done playing my hand here in the small round, I could see. Yeah, so now that I'm out of this hand, I could see this big bluff that happened last time. Calls, so we have A6 suited 3-bets, G3 suited calls, bet, call, check, check. And then we put them all on. Okay, so yeah, it's kind of a wild hand. Alright, well my plan was to call the bottom here, but now I can safely fourth pretty easily. Ooh, or I cannot. Oh no. I mean, I would have lost to Jack and suited anyway, so it's fine by me. We got another. Oh, this is a. I mean, I don't think that would be kind of big. Yeah, I was going to say. I gotta say, that's a pretty greedy bet there from the royal flush. Like, because when 4 hearts are on the board, the thing you're hoping to get called by, like if you jack 9 of hearts, you can go all in hoping you get called by the ace. But here, when you have the ace and the jack, it's a huge shove, and like, what are you hoping to get called by? You know, you need to get called by the 9 of hearts or the, yeah, pretty greedy. All right, let's see what I can do. Close there. Queen high, I have a diamond. It's kind of close, but not. Not the runner I wanted to see when I flop top 2, but still a good chance. Oh, come on, man. That's so many ways I get all of it there. It's basically as good a flop I could have hoped for, and then, well, outside of putting a 9 out there, as bad a run out as I could have hoped for. think I have to call here. Yeah. No 6. Queens. Not what I was expecting to see. Let's do it. Great hand here for 7 big blinds. No joints. All right. Sort of back in business, but not really. I will say one thing that is really tough about playing just somebody who's not used to playing 3 blind poker is it's so tempting to want to call in the small blind when it's all like a lot of chips. Like they were Jack 5 suited, so I go, oh well, like, you know, I already am in the small blind, I already have chips in the pot, maybe I want to throw in the extra 75. But like I would never you wouldn't limp Jack 5 suited on the button there often, and obviously the extra 25 chips is the extra 25. Oh, sorry, having position is probably worth more than the 25 chips in the pot, you know. So I would never call 100 on the button, but I tempted to call 75 in the small blind, even though 100 on the button is a better spot than 75 on the big blind. Right. Alright, let's hopefully get a little spin here, see if we can, see if I can improve a little, see if we can turn around this morning for me. Whoa, pop it. We've got about an hour left for me to figure it out. And again, there was an empty seat at the table. I will have direct position on you, but I don't have a lot of chips. So, we'll see. God, it's really sick. That guy. Okay, I got a couple things. I got to, as a reminder to everyone, before I go, I got to let you see my draw. Maybe I could do it now. How do I do it? I don't know, these are handy ways. Star play, wow. No, I could have done that the whole time. This is probably, you know what? I'm gonna change this up actually. I'm gonna change up my custom bet sizes, and you're gonna really see the. How do I do that? Oh no, I go to settings. Okay, so. Right here. So the quarter part will do. Yeah, I mean, half part's fine, we'll do 2/3 is fine, 1 part is good. And then here I want to go 120. Who needs 120? Let's go big. We'll go 150. Ooh. Yeah, that's better. Is there anything else I can do in settings here? So, I mean, you know, I'm gonna do deck change here. We've been a little unlucky. Try to change it to the Uno deck. See if things work out. Alright, well, first hand with the Uno deck, we got to see what we're dealing with here, so let's see how lucky it is. Alright, got a bluff through first hand with the Uno deck. Nice. Changing it up a little. So I didn't have the courage of my conviction seal. I was talking about I did the lucky deck change, but I didn't have the courage to play 9-4 off to test it out. All right, time to test out the lucky new lucky deck. Alright, let's see. Pair of fives. Hey, oof. That's a big draw he missed. Oh my god. So many outs when you check the turn. Ace 4-2, diamond. Alright. Chipping back up a little here. Yeah, so to give you an idea though of the issue with 3 blind games as opposed to ante games is I take my position here in the small blind. So, if you compare it to the button, there's less money in the pot, right? All right. So this is actually kind of a funny hand because in some ways it's kind of like there's an ante here because of the, with the extra 100. So this is kind of like a 50, 100, 100 with then the extra 25. So yeah. So what I was going to say is if you're on the button and there was, if you're on the button and there was 50, 100, 100, there's 225 there in the pot. So, and your raise size there would usually be minimum. So you need to put in 200 because you're going to be in position post flop. And since you're going to be in position post flop, you don't need to make it as big pre-flop because you can control the hand post flop. But if you're in the small blind here, then it's instead of there being 225 in the pot, there's 175 in the pot. So already there's less money in the pot. Now you need to put in 75 instead of, if you want to call, instead of 200, or instead of 100 if you want to call on the button. But then the issue, then you're out of position with 2 players, which is not ideal. And then the other issue is if you want to raise, you can't make it 200 because if you make it 200, then this big blind and the straddle are going to call a lot wider because they have position on you. So if you want to raise, you need to raise to a size closer to say, 300. So you need to, in a game with a big blind ante, your raise size will be 200 into a pot of 225. And in a game with a straddle, your raise size might be 300 into a pot of 175. So, you don't need to run sims, you don't need to have some crazy solver to come to the conclusion, well, when you need to raise larger and there's less money in the pot, you should play tighter. So, I think some people like the idea of straddling because it makes the pot bigger, and that way it can generate a little more action. But yeah, and it makes the stakes bigger because you're effectively like doubling the stakes. So make the stakes bigger compared to, like, yeah, 25, 50, 100 is a bigger game than 25, 50 no ante. But 50, 100 ante is a bigger game. and even like 30-60 with a 60 big blind ante is a high stakes game, or 25-50 with a $75 ante is a higher stakes game, you know? So if you feel your home game, whatever, is playing too tight, and you want to, a casino game, whatever, and you want to juice up the action, I think, yeah, there are ways people have been doing it now, or for, a long time, like 7 deuce games, like the stand-up game, which for those who don't know is, there was a bounty where the last player to win a hand has to pay. So the last player to win a hand has to pay everyone at the table some predetermined amount of money. Usually, when I've played, kind of in like the 3 to 5 big blind range. So that's that to me is kind of what you want to do. Yeah, if you want to increase the action, putting more money in the pot obviously is always a good way to get the action increased, but there are better and worse ways, and yeah, I don't think straddling is close to it. And if, at any game, if you think you're straddling, just making somebody ante the equivalent of the straddle would be a much better game. So yeah, that's my advice. Alright, I have a shot. No, I do not have a shot. I gotta say, not the flop you want to see when you limp queens. It is for sure. I'm gonna keep trying to figure out how to do this. Yeah, I'm really curious with it. Oh yeah, so I talked about this yesterday in the stream, but they do spread a short deck here, which is nice. Good game. Speaking of short deck, we got a 5-way limped pot here, very short deck, except of course the button is the one player not in the hand, which is very unshort deck, right? But Ooh, we have a pot potentially brewed here. But we got a fold, unfortunately. Oh, again, I don't know if you can see. He doesn't like this, so I'll put it back down. But if you just heard some groaning, that's what that was. Alright, we got a pop blue in here. Ooh, 3-bet on the flop, big pot cooking. But we got a fold, unfortunately. So, I mean, we did get to see Royal Flush here, so that was a bit of fun. But unfortunately, not for me. So, you know, hopefully, yeah, we gotta close out strong here. And like, unfortunately, I've just been getting pretty cold dead here, which isn't exciting for me, and it's not exciting for you. And yeah, I mean, also again, sort of a little bit behind the scenes here, but sorry, a little bit behind the scenes here, but I'm on hour 7 of doing this, and I'm running out of, you know, I don't know how some people do it, where they just every day they have new material and insights. Now I'm running out of stories already after one day. So we have Oh, even here, we keep getting these almost big pots, you know? We had a big turn bet, but no, it's not fold. Oof. I mean, yeah. I think that's a fine check back by King Queen. They're deep. Oh no, they aren't deep, but like, you know, straights are possible, flushes are possible, but yeah, that could have been, let's see how, if more money should have gone in. So we got, so King Jack suited limps, King Queen suited raises, call, check, check. Yeah, the flush falls on the turn, so that makes sense. And then King Jack suited bets and it goes check, check. Yeah, that seems fine. All right. I'm in the straddle here, so this is you know, time to make hay. You know, let's see if I can flop something decent. Okay, and I will tell you, I tried my best to do this both days. Oh well, now we might have a pop room here, so I'll wait. Oof, big bet, big snap call. All right, here we go. That's a lot of money in the middle. All in. Call, snap. Set of eights and King 6 of clubs. A big call down with King 6. I mean, what a turn for King 6. They just turned everything there, but they couldn't get it done. I didn't declare I'm all in. Usually I've been saying I'm all in when I go all in. Let's see. 0. Did he use the time bank? No, he called. Oh, ace 10. Alright. King is not the paint I want to see here. No. Come on, paint. Hey, yeah. Alright, I'm back. Let me get my button in time. Confirm. Man, that is a monster hand, the King 6 suited versus 8s. Am I parsing here? Yeah. Oh, that works. Yeah, so we can look back on this here. This is a huge pot. So I can start with the easy ones here. You know, set of eights, played the hand. I mean, if you want to actually give me a very yeah, so set of 8 raises, the check raise, king 8-4 rainbow. Great check raise. Obviously you have the second nuts and your opponent should not have top set. King 6 with a back, any top pair probably needs to call there, but certainly a backdoor straight and flush draw needs to call. And he turns all those draws you call. Obviously on the river I think he could probably get away with it. Folding will be my thought. Like I mean, if the types of bluffs that this guy should be kind of 8x and 4x. So like 4-5, 8-6 if he has it, 4-6 if he has it. Those kinds of hands. The check raise, the flop, now block sets and have turn equity. So in that sense, king 6 of clubs is an okay call because you block 6-5, you block top set, block ace king. But a lot of money had gone in the pot by that point. So I think he probably could fold, and frankly, based on his timing of how quickly he called, it sort of to me seems like the call of somebody who was a little upset that they missed the monster draw. That's just my 2 cents. Alright, and then the other thing. So I'm going to finish the stream at midnight for you guys. I missed my opportunity. I didn't think about it. Whatever. So at midnight for you guys, but at noon for me, but I need to go to the bathroom, so so if there was a dead spot here, if there's a hand and it doesn't look like I'm going to be involved in it, I'm going to run to the bathroom. So we shall see. This is one of the truly okay. So I might disappear here if this is, yeah, okay. I'm going to disappear and I'll be back in unless he folds here. Alright. Now I timed this poorly. I need to wait for a multi-way hand. Sorry. I will talk about this though. I do think one of the key live online poker skills is bathroom management and caffeine management. And nutrition. Everyone talks about nutrition and diet because that's the easy, they're like, oh yeah, I played great because I had smoothies and, ate clean, slept and all that. All that stuff is important. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, no, I do think, trying to time it so you go to the bathroom on break. So if you need to miss hands to go to the bathroom, that it's not the end of the world. Oh, sorry. So you can miss hands without missing. So you can go to the bathroom in between hands without missing hands. Stuff like that is important. Making sure when you're playing live poker that you go, oh, well, half an hour to break. I'm going to drink this water maybe 8 minutes before break and not drink it now. So I'll be fine. All that sort of stuff. Huge. Very important. Makes you feel better, makes you play better, makes you less stressed. And I wish there were, I have everyone had their own little pointers, but really it's your body and you need to develop the systems to figure it out. But yeah, very underrated probably. So with that being said, there might be a point in the next little bit where I don't think I'm actually using the headphone mics. The mic in my headphones. I think I'm using the mic in the camera. But just in case, I'm going to take it off right here, run to the bathroom. Hopefully we get a short hand here. Or a long hand. Yeah, fold. Call. Wow. Back just in time. That's how you do it. That might be, you know, my highlight of, that could be my highlight of this session, because I've not had too many interesting poker ones. Alright. So, a little thin on the river there, but I think I can get some value from ace high. We can take that for private. All right, time to go all in. I mean, maybe I should, I'm giving something away by immediately saying I'm going all in, but he put out the sack in the middle. No insurance, but not good news for me. Ace 10, 10, 9, 9, 7, all the jacks and kings are alive. Not good. Oof. There we, well, that's funny. I wasn't thinking. So yeah, he now, he can, no sack. There we go. Alright, so maybe this whole time I was talking about the deck change, I was talking about this, maybe I just need to go to the bathroom, relieve some stress, get my focus on, and then it would let me successfully kill people. Yep, we got a chance for a big part here. Three, two, one, fold. No, did I miss it? Where can I throw at this guy? I want to throw some cold water on him. This is bugging out, so instead I'm just going to call. was trying to do kind of a spicy hand here for the stream, but I don't think I can do it. Let's see what I'm up against. Suppose codes. 8. Alright. Well, you know, that was kind of the dilemma there, right? The sort of hope for the hand was that if he did have a hand like 8s or 9s or 10s or a jack, I float the flop, I have a diamond, I have set outs, I have backdoor straight outs. Now I turned I got shot, but I turned a gut shot on the put up a second flush draw, which isn't great. Anyway, so I figured all that could lead to the ability for later in the hand. Yeah, that's something like the turn goes check check, and then I can bluff the river with 3s on a decent number of rivers. But he beat me to the punch, and he kept betting with his not so great pocket pair, you know. So as we do get into the end here of the stream, I hope, I mean not the end, we still have half hour left, but you know, enough time to reflect. I had a lot of fun playing the past 2 mornings on Poker King. Had some good action. Thus far, I think, so today I think I'm down, so I'm buying it for 5,000 RMB for time, and I bought in for 15,000, so I'm down like I had to rebuy twice, so I'm down like 7,000 ish today, and was up about 10,000 yesterday. So made thus far. Obviously, one hand can change things one way or the other pretty quickly, but thus far made a little cash. Had fun streaming. I hope you guys have had fun watching. I'm getting, it takes a bit of time to get used to kind of like the games and the games and the software and all that, but it's, you know, it's all pretty intuitive, pretty easy. Yeah, I have enjoyed playing with the people who've been sitting. And yeah, next week, I don't know who's going to be doing it next week, but you know, again, I know for the viewers, for people with Poker King accounts, next week you can play with whoever they pick, and I'm sure it'll be fun and challenging in its own way, and you can watch them and play along, and yeah, I'd recommend it. As you've seen from today, it's not that hard to Alright, I think here I can wait till I have a jack or a heart, even like, yeah. I mean, maybe he's just betting twice. Can I use the time bank here? Even if you have the low yields he gets there, he could obviously just be betting twice with his like junk when getting checked to twice. And you know what, I changed my mind. And now I'm going to fold. Let's see it. See the good news. All right, good for it, Sam. Almost did something foolish. Well, no, you know what I mean. I had a hand that beat a bluff. And I mean, I was thinking about the hand where I had 8s earlier, and I had 3s. Yeah, so no, I will say I've had fun playing on Poker King. Had fun doing the stream. I hope you guys have had fun watching the stream. Yeah, but next week, you know, same thing, same hours. You'll get some fresh blood in the booth. Maybe they'll. Oof. That doesn't feel right. Ace Queen suited feels like should win that one. Such a better hand. Let's see. I think there was a limp call pre-flop and then like check. Maybe check call. Yeah, so I don't know, 7-4 suited raises. Ace Queen suited just called in the small blind and then they just check it. Yeah, I mean, Ace Queen suited probably could have found a way to get a little more money in that pot and get 7-4 suited to fold somewhere. Another spot where we got two pretty good hands. Alright, you have a chance here. Pretty big pot. Let's see. Alright, let's try to get some big hands in the last 20 minutes or so here. Try to give some excitement here for the fans. King Queen. Yeah. Can't even beat a chalk. I was on the river where I was going ace, jack, 10, 6. Nope. Alright. Work over back. Alright, guys. Alright, well. Alright, I mean those hands are crazy. They're 600 blinds deep. These two, they could really get after it, have something crazy happen. No showdown, no nothing. Alright. Alright, that was my boy. Ooh, the king actually, I might have. King of diamonds, I could have gone down with the ship there a little because I block king jack suited and king 10 suited. And I have 2 overcoats to the 8, so if I pair a 10 to a jack, that could be something into showdown, so you know. Could have done something frisky there. Alright. We're going to play a couple of 3-bet parts here, back to back, as the stream's winding down, so. That's a big bet. I can fold pocket nines there. I needed the boards flipped. I needed the king 8-2 board when I had pocket nines, and I needed the jack 10 board when I had jack 10 suited. No, people keep folding when I have good hands. Oh, and I would have off tops that. Alright, let's. I really thought Pocket Kings closing in on midnight was going to be the. Was going to get it done for me, but no, it did not. Yeah, I really thought, you know, that would have been the one. Maybe I'll get my double up at the end of the stream with a, you know, maybe I'll get my double up at the end of the stream with a bad hand. I'm winning parts with good hands. I need to win some parts with bad hands, you know? This is a pretty confusing line here from him, but if he's bluffing, I think it's going to be like a gut, like 8-9 with a club or something. Oh, no, just 5-6 suited. Good bluff. No. Guys keep folding when they have good hands. Every time. Alright. Did I have the same 2 kings both times? These are the things I gotta look up here. King of clubs, king of spades, and no, king of diamonds. Oh no, I had the 2 opposite kings actually. Alright. Let's try to win some of that money back that I got bluffed out of. Alright, finally got a bluff through. Okay, so this will probably be my last orbit. Yeah, no, this is going to be... let's see, I guess. You know, if this orbit is quick and only 4-handed, yeah, okay, no. So I'll play one more orbit after this. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so, alright. Yeah, I mean, how many straight pots in a row here? I think it's a good amount. So yeah, this will be my last straddle here. So I'll give myself 4 more hands. Ooh, straddle. Yeah, 4 more hands, and then I'm done. It has been a lot of fun doing it the past couple of days. I hope you've enjoyed watching the stream. Once again, I will remind everyone watching that WPT Korea, July 17th to 21st is the main event. July 15th to 24th is the festival. It should be a lot of fun. As I've gone through, it appears that it'll be the biggest WPT in Asia ever for the main event. They're bringing back the Alpha 8. It'll be the first Alpha 8 in 5 years or something. So yeah, first Alpha 8 in a while. First Alpha 8 in a while. There'll be satellites to it. Jeju, it'll be at Xinhua World. Great hotels, great hotel there, great property, great resort. You can bring the wife, kids, there's shopping, there's amusement.